Christmas, the time of the year where we celebrate with our family, the time of the year where we give and receive wonderful presents, and where we have a smashing roast dinner, the time of the year where we play family-themed games and when we watch films with our loved ones too. This was also the time of the year where we were introduced to a certain man and his dog who both built a rocket and blast off to the moon to get a supply of cheese. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of this pair. I collect the merchandise for my collection, make videos of them, and have made a website dedicated for my love for the characters. But for a while I've wanted to make a series of the duo that is different to my other two series that I've worked on. Then I was inspired by a YouTuber called Dalek44, who has done many reviews of his favourite TV shows, games and films. He's even reviewed The Curse of the Were-Rabbit and Shaun the Sheep the movie. And then it came to me, why don't I review the 4 short films and the feature film of our favourite duo, Wallace and Gromit. So sit back and enjoy the series that I would like to call Wallace and Gromit-cember. Let's start Wallace and Gromit-cember with the first ever Wallace and Gromit short film, A Grand Day Out. This film was released in 1989 with a budget of £11,000 and took 6 years to make. But being around for 27 years, is the film a great introduction for the characters? Is it still a lovable film? Well, let's take a look. At West Wallaby Street, Wallace, voiced by Peter Sallis, and his silent but intelligent dog Gromit are planning to do something on their bank holiday. While they are looking through the brochures, Wallace decides that they should have a nice hot cup of tea and some cheese and crackers. However, Wallace discovers that they have run out of cheese. While he is eating his cheeseless crackers, he says that for their bank holiday they should go somewhere where there is cheese. Wallace and Gromit then look longingly at the moon, and Wallace decides that they should go to the moon, as he says,
"Everybody knows the moon's made of cheese."
They soon build a rocket and blast off into space. And the rest of the film is basically Wallace and Gromit's adventure on the moon, and also introduces the cooker, who guards the moon's surface and has a dream to go skiing. He was also the first non-speaking Wallace and Gromit character since Gromit. So what do I think of Wallace and Gromit's first short film? Well, if I'm going to be honest, I feel that it is the weakest of the series. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good film, but to me it's just decent. I'm not saying that the film isn't good, but it's not the best. One of the reasons is because of the story. To me, a well-structured plot is what I think makes Wallace and Gromit. There was originally a lot more content for the film, like the duo were going to meet some aliens, they were going to go to a fast food restaurant. There was also going to be a prison break scene, and the film was going to be a spoof on Star Wars. If all of the original content was in there, then I feel it would have made the film a lot better. But of course, since Nick Park was working at the National Film and Television School at the time, and he had a very small budget, and the film has taken a long time to make, it's understandable that the film had to reach its deadline. Also, the music, which was composed by Julian Knott, was good, but it's not the best of his work. It's only in the other films that the music is much better. But I also understand that they did not have enough money for a brass band, or an orchestra for that matter. So that's my nitpicks about the film. So what do I like about it? Well, I feel that one of the positives has to be the animation. Of course, Wallace and Gromit and Aardman are known for their handmade, plasticine, stop-motion animation look, and this film certainly doesn't disappoint in that respect. It captures the homemade feel of it, which does give it a warmth as well. I also love the moon's landscape. It gives that feeling that there is a lot to explore on the moon. It was a great destination for the duo to explore. Not only that, I feel that this film was a good way to introduce us to our main characters. But as they progress in the later films, I feel that their personalities shine more, particularly Gromit's personality. Gromit in this film feels less intelligent. He is definitely brighter than Wallace, but I don't feel that we see more of his personality in this film rather than the others. Another thing I love about this film is the cooker. I love how he expresses his emotions all through with his arms and hand gestures. It gives him more depth. It also makes him different to all the other silent Wallace and Gromit characters. Even though he doesn't have a face, he expresses his emotions very well. Also, the gags in this film are funnier than the others, but I feel that what is important in all of the Wallace and Gromit films is the story, the characters, and the music, because the music to me is the narrative of the story. So overall, A Grand Day Out isn't the best Wallace and Gromit film, but it's not a bad film. It is a great introduction to the characters, it has lovely handmade animation, the gags in this are funny, and also I feel that this film is essential to watch as is the first film. It is a good introduction for Nick Park's lovable characters.